Hi all. Hopefully you can all see me. Tonight I'm trying, hang on, let me just do that. Tonight I'm going to have a go on my phone, seeing, I initially thought it was my, last couple of weeks we've had a bit of trouble. Hi guys, sorry, I've got my phone sideways, but all my comments are coming sideways. So if I tilt my head, it's because I'm trying to read what someone said. And I now can't tilt it back, it said. Okay, yeah, last couple of weeks, sorry, I've had trouble. I've tried a couple of different places I thought initially it was my internet at home, because we're on satellite at home. So, I'm sideways to you guys too, am I? Hang on then. I don't think it's going to let me. Oh, well, is that better? Can you guys see me that way? Oh, what have I done to, hang on, let me just, there we go. Okay, is that better? Whoever said I was sideways, Claire, was that you that said I was sideways? Okay, so I'm good now. Excellent. Okay, so, sorry, last couple of weeks have been a bit muddled. Don't really know why, but I'm going to have a go with my phone and hopefully I'm not going to get kicked off. Excellent. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that we're looking good. Okay, tonight, I've got some notes and now they're sitting under my phone. Okay, tonight we're going to go back over feeling overwhelmed. I just have noticed that a lot of people, I don't know if it's because, we're through that nice part of Christmas and New Year where we're all feeling really good and we're all, now we're sort of kind of back into it and everyone, thought about what they wanted for the new year, and suddenly it's all just, if you've got kids are going back to school, you're back at work, there's so much you wanted to do and you haven't done it, and just feeling like there's just so much going on. And then obviously, some people will have been bushfire affected, and I'm sure that's completely overwhelming. So, and whilst what we're doing tonight isn't kind of that kind of overwhelm, it still will help. Okay, so for those of you who haven't met me before, I've rabbited on for a bit. I'm Denise. My business name is DM Transformational Coach. I'm a qualified, certified life coach and emotional freedom technique practitioner. I did my course through the Australian Tapping Institute. They have a lot of free courses and some great articles and stuff in there. So if you kind of get interested in tapping, go and have a look. Lorna, who's the founder of the school, she's just brilliant. So you guys will love her stuff. For those of you that haven't done tapping before, tapping's kind of a mixture of like acupressure and thought, kind of all going on together. Basically what we do is we tap on some meridians while we repeat phrases. We usually start out in the negative, which is a bit counterintuitive, but what happens is you're reprogramming your brain and it suddenly goes, okay, this, what I was worried about, I don't feel quite so bad about it. So, and then we tap through that and we turn it around and become really positive. So all you really have to do is follow along as we go. Drop some comments in. If I get a chance, I'll answer them. Generally, this sort of stuff is quite a general overview. A lot of the time, tapping is really brilliant one-on-one, and one-on-one you can get into the kind of deeper problems that are going on for people, because tapping can be used for just about anything where there's an emotional freedom technique. So it frees you from the emotions that you have associated with something. So it could be the emotions associated with eating. It could be a trauma. It could be like a phobia. Anything that's got some emotions you don't want to hang on to or you think are affecting you. Does that make sense? Hopefully that does. Anyway, you'll get it. It's not difficult. Okay, so what you do is you So you follow along with me, repeat after me. I'll just run through the points first so that you kind of know which is coming up next. Hi, Amy. Okay, so the first point that we'll use is the karate chop point. So this is it here. We're going to use this at the start, and then maybe if we have a bit of a gap. So, hi Elaine, how are you? Elaine is through the school that I've been through, and she's absolutely lovely. So if anyone wants a practitioner who is just lovely and understanding, Elaine, who's just, it's just popped up that she's watching, so she's there. Hi Elaine. Okay, so karate chop point. So we tap a little bit here. I'll just tap my glasses up for a minute. We tap here, so you just gently tap, left or right-handed, doesn't matter which side. You might find you swap sides halfway through as well. So whatever kind of works for you. I'm right-handed. I know it's mirror image for you guys, but so I'm right-handed, but sometimes I'll swap to the left. Tap gently. Sometimes it looks like I tap hard, and sometimes I do, but it's very gentle. Just a couple of fingers. Some people do one finger. I usually do a couple. So we're going to tap eyebrow. So just here. The side of your eye, kind of where my glasses would normally sit. So I tap under my glasses. Just at the side, where it's you're almost automatically going to hit the right spot. It's just a natural spot that you like to, like if you're sitting and sort of rubbing, if you've got a headache or whatever, that's the spot you're going to go for. And then the next point is under the eye. It's kind of right in the middle, just under the eye socket. And again, you're naturally going to go to the right spot. So don't stress about it. And then under your nose, so between your lip and your nose, so right there, tap there. The next point we use is the cleft. It's called the chin, but it's the sort of cleft between the lip and the chin. So tap there. Next one is collarbone. I tend to really tap almost with all my fingers, like at least 3, when I don't know why. And again, you're going to hit the right spot. So don't panic. Just kind of, if you don't think about it, you're going to find the right spot. Then the next spot, some people will tap under their arm. I generally feel it wrecks my flow a little bit, so I don't, but feel free. Then the top of your head is the next one. Okay, so they're the points. Basically, you just need to follow along with me. Have a pen and paper. What you might find is something more will come up for you. And obviously I don't really get a lot of feedback from you guys other than a written comment. When you're face to face, you get a lot of visual body language stuff going on, so you can really tell when you're hitting the right spots for people and that it's really working. This is kind of a bit more generic, and you'll get some kind of, So what may happen for you is something will come up that you go, oh, that's it. That's the word, that's the moment, that's the memory, whatever it is. If that does happen, just write it down so you can remember it. And then what I want you to do is during the week is tap on that yourself. So you just follow the same thing that we're doing. If you have got any issues, just send me a message. So easy, not an issue for me to answer any questions that you've got. Okay, so I want you to think about how overwhelmed you actually feel at the moment. Feel free to share if you like. So you're going to kind of put it between a 0 and a 10. So 0 is you're not at all stressed, life's just absolutely brilliant, to up to 10, whereas 10 is like you are so stressed you could not be any more stressed. You're in the corner crying and rocking, right? So that's your somewhere in there. I'm probably sitting at I am a manic overworker, so I'm always very busy, always doing something. So I'm probably sitting at about, now I'm sitting down talking to you guys, it actually comes down every week. But I'm probably sitting, if I have to think about what I've got to do and how much I've got to do and when I've got to do it by, probably sitting at about an 8 or a 9 even, maybe. So I want you to drop that down on a little bit of paper next to you. And the other thing, I should have said before, drink of water. Have that with you as well. So if you need to, go and grab a pen and paper now, and we'll just get into it, and you can just sort of catch as we're going up. So we are just going to initially tap to just get ourselves here at the moment. I don't know about you, I work part-time somewhere. I'm actually still here because I wasn't going to get a chance to get home. So hence the brickwork behind me. So I need to get into the space of starting to think about this and not think about, 1,000 other things. So I want to start to focus on what I'm doing so that it works. Okay. Even though I'm feeling scattered, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling really scattered, I deeply and completely accept myself. I don't feel very centered, but I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, so now we'll do the rounds. We won't do the karate chop for a bit. So just follow along. I don't feel centered. I feel all over the place. I feel a bit flustered and unsure of what we're doing. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'll just follow along. Feeling a bit flustered, a bit uneasy, and a bit scattered. I don't feel centered, and I don't feel balanced. But it's time to work on me. It's time to work on me. It's time to work on me. I'm here, so I'm finding the time. I'm finding the time to start and to focus. I'm starting to feel focused. I'm starting to feel centered. Starting to just calm down. Starting to just feel centered, to feel balanced, and to feel focused. I'm turning my thoughts inwards and going to work on myself. It's time to work on me. It's time to work on me. I'm feeling more focused. I'm feeling more centered. I'm feeling more balanced. I'm looking in at me and working on myself. It's time to work on myself. It's time to work on myself. Okay, so how's everyone feeling? Even just for those of you that have never done any tapping before, have you actually noticed already that you're starting to just feel a bit more centered and calm? What I tend to find is once I start, because I think my mind knows the process, I start to tap and I usually automatically just go, So even as Amy said, like you're already just feeling a bit better, and we haven't even focused on feeling overwhelmed yet. We've just kind of focused on trying to bring ourselves back into ourselves and focus on us. Sorry, I'm just going to flick my necklace around because it's annoying me. So hopefully, follow along, basically. All right, so we're now going to focus on feeling overwhelmed, having a lot to do, not knowing where to start, general stuff. Okay. So again, we'll go back to the karate chop because we're kind of starting a different thing. Even though I have so much to do and I feel really overwhelmed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have a huge list of things to do and I feel really overwhelmed by it all, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have so much to do and I'm overwhelmed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, so now we're going to hit the tapping points. I have so much to do. I have so much to do. It really is so much to do. It's just too much. It's too much. I have a big long list and it just goes on forever. I have so much to do. So much to do. It's a big long list and just keeps getting longer. I don't seem to get anything off my list. I just keep adding. There's a lot. And I don't know how to get through it. I don't know how to get through it. And I feel really overwhelmed. Completely overwhelmed. Completely phased and inundated. I feel inundated and overwhelmed. I have a huge list of things, to do. I have so much to do, so very much to do. It's a huge list, goes on forever. My list goes forever. It's a really, really long list. Goes on, and I just keep adding more to it. I get really overwhelmed by it. There's a real lot. I feel overwhelmed. Okay, so take a few breaths. Shut your eyes if you want to. Just sort of focus inwards. And I want you to think, has anything come up for you? It might be a specific thing that's really overwhelming you at the moment. Hi to all you guys who've just sort of popped in. So what I want you to think about... so Amy's has jumped up again. Yeah, so has something specific popped into your mind? Because that's what can happen. If it comes down and then goes back up again, it probably means something. And you might not even have consciously acknowledged it or consciously gone, oh, that's what's happened, because it's come and gone really fast. So Amy, just keep a pen and paper next to you. It should sort of pop in. Work. Yeah, work's always a big one. So just keep tapping. This should help and come down. And at the end, remind me if I've forgotten. We'll just do some little things you can do in the moment when you're feeling really overwhelmed out in public. So Tracy, it's her ex, yeah, they do it to you. It's if it does jump up, something else is coming up for you, something else has been triggered, another memory, another thing. So depending on how you want to attack it or work with it, probably attack's not the right word, you can go to the new thing, or you can go, okay, I'm only going to deal with one at a time. I'm going to deal with the initial thing first, and then you can go to the other thing next time. Depends on how you feel, what is coming up more for you, if that makes sense. And again, this is a really hard situation because I can't really give you too much feedback because I can't see anything that's going on. But yeah, hopefully Amy will get it down and you'll feel a lot better at the end. All right. Anyone wants to share, which you guys just have, so that's fine. We will now, hopefully for some of you or most of you, it's popped down from what it was originally. Otherwise, we will keep going. I have so much to do. I feel really overwhelmed by it all. I just feel so overwhelmed. My list keeps getting bigger, keeps getting longer and more difficult. It's just difficult. I feel really overwhelmed. So much to do. I just can't do it. I just can't do it all. I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed. So much to do. So much to do. So much to do. I feel overwhelmed. I have a huge list. And I never seem to get through it. I just look at my list and I start to panic. I just see so much in front of me. So much to do. There's a lot. Just so much to do. And I feel really overwhelmed. I feel really overwhelmed. Okay, that was just a little short one. How is it all coming for you now? Is it feeling a little bit better? Amy and Tracy specifically, did that, even just that little bit help? We'll probably go back through that, but just sort of have a quick think and feel into your body and just sort of, have a couple of deep breaths. Oh, if you start to yawn, which I just did then, often means that you're actually losing tension. Ironically enough, I have animal qualifications in a couple of different modalities as well, horse in the horse field, and horses release stress by yawning, and I'm pretty sure dogs do too. So, and we're probably the same. Like, you start to yawn and you're reducing and releasing stress. So if you notice you start to yawn in this, that's actually a good thing. You may start to cry. You may start to even laugh, So, yeah. So Amy's back to a 7 again. So you've come down a little bit. So that's good. And Tracy, yep, on fire. Okay. I'm really overwhelmed. There's so much to do. I have a really long list. Oh, Amy's yawning. Yeah, yawning's good. A really, really long list. And it just gets longer. It's a bit like Santa's list, I suppose, isn't it? Just goes on forever. It's a really long list. And when I think about it, I just don't know how to cope. I don't know how to get through it all. It's just so overwhelming. So overwhelming. And I just don't know how. I don't know how to get through it. Don't know how to get through it. This big long list of things to do. There is so much to do. I just feel overwhelmed and overworked and overstressed. Again, a couple of deep breaths. Have a think again about it. See where you're sitting. Hopefully you've dropped another 1 or 2. And again, if something's cropped up for you, jot it down. Okay. We will keep going. There's so much to do. Someone always wants more. They keep piling on extra things. They keep piling on extra things. And I feel so unorganised. So unorganised. So unorganised. There's so much to do. Someone always wants something. And I feel disorganised. And I'm always doing something for someone. Things just pile up. And I feel unorganised. And I feel I can't get started. I feel I can't find time for me because there's just so much to do. There's so much to do. And I feel unorganised. And just a bit useless. I feel so unorganised. I feel so unorganised. Okay. A couple of deep breaths again. What I want you to have a think about while we're just sort of having a chat and just sort of chilling is there someone that adds to your list more than others? Amy, I think it was, it's probably work. Is it a specific person at work? Is it a specific event at work? Is it a specific anything? A family member, a club, a job, your kids, your partner, and it can be more than one thing. A lot of us take on extra work because we feel obligated. Sometimes because we like to. I really like to help people. And so what I tend to forget is that I need to help myself. So I need to actually go, whoa, no, hang on. Where someone go, oh, Denise, can you help with this? Yeah, sure. Because I like to help people. It is a problem for me. So, and I'm sure it is for some of you as well. Do you volunteer for stuff? What do you get out of that? It makes me feel good. I also have a tendency to be a bit of a martyr and go, well, I work 7 days a week. That's what I get out of it. I get some sort of attention, I suppose, and people think, oh, isn't she great? Look how hard she works. Probably sometimes they're thinking, oh my God, how stupid is she? Why does she take on so much? Have you got those thoughts sort of going through your head? Do you feel resentful about the list that you keep getting? Are you feeling resentful about the people who give you the extra work? Do you feel unorganised? Do you feel frustrated and angry and sad? And what word is coming up for you? So do you see what we're doing? We're just trying to find out what's beneath, why you take on extra work, why you're not getting through the list, why don't you start unorganised? Yeah, and probably, to be honest, you're not. You're probably actually really unorganised. Really organised. It's just that you take on so much that you end up with too many balls in the air. It's quite interesting to see how far you can... Well, it's not really, because I wouldn't advise doing this. But I've probably done this recently over the last 12 or 18 months. Just taken on quite a lot of stuff. And I'm just at the point of going, some of this stuff needs to give because I can't keep up at the pace that I go. So starting to notice that I'm just getting a bit, run down all the time, all that sort of stuff. So having a bit of self-awareness, perhaps. All right, so let's keep tapping. Yeah, useless. And and probably what you've got to remember is some of these people who are asking you to do stuff for them or you're taking it on, they don't think you're useless, and they're actually asking you because they know that you'll do it. So kind of, twist it around a little bit and see why they're asking you, because they know you will and they know you can. So that's a positive. If you're not feeling positive about yourself, there's obviously other people that are. So, and that think you can do it. All right, okay, let's go. Somebody always wants something. And I offer to help because I can't say no. And I end up with so much stuff to do. And then I feel unorganised and I feel useless and I feel stupid. I feel unorganised and stressed and useless. I feel useless, I feel unorganised and overwhelmed. Yeah. And Katerina has an elderly, you've got that family responsibility. And that's, having feeling responsible for something, someone, puts a lot of pressure on us. And it's a wonderful thing that you have that feeling of responsibility and love and need to help, that you're not self-focused. That's a really, really positive trait. So don't try and look at it in a positive rather than the negative. And it's really hard to do because you feel overwhelmed and you feel just like so much is going on. So anyway, we'll keep going. My family are demanding, and they can't always help that. But it makes me feel overwhelmed. It makes me feel useless. That I can't get through it. And that there's never time for me. There's never time for me to do nothing. And if I am doing nothing, I feel guilty. Because there's always something to do. There's always someone wanting something. And I can't find time for me. I feel guilty about time with me. I just sometimes feel useless. Because there's so much to do and I don't get through it. And then I'm frustrated because I keep taking extra on and adding to my list. I can't say no because I have a sense of responsibility and a sense of duty and a sense of care and love. But sometimes I just feel frustrated. I feel frustrated because I want time for me. And I want other people to see that I'm overwhelmed. I want to feel important. And I want to find time for me. I don't want to feel useless. And I want to feel valued. I want other people to value me. I want to feel valued. I want to feel important. I want to feel useful. And maybe that's why I take stuff on. Because it gives me a good feeling. It makes me feel wanted and useful. But then I take too much on. And I start to feel useless. Because then it's just overwhelming. Because there's so much. And I start to neglect the other things that I think are important. And I just don't get to them. I just don't get to them. I just don't get to them. I want to be stronger so I can ask for help and say no sometimes. I want to be a bit stronger so I can ask for help and I can say no. I want to be stronger. I want to ask for help. I want to be able to say no and get through the things I've got and to feel I achieved something. And for others to value my contribution. For others to value my contribution. For others to value me. Okay, how's that feeling for you all? We kind of threw a whole heap of stuff in that one. So let me know if anything in particular hit the spot. Kind of jumped around a bit that might not have felt logical to you. But yeah, it will feel logical to someone. So a couple of deep breaths. So Katerina, how are you feeling? Are you feeling a little bit better? A bit less sort of stressed? Amy's down to a 4. See, like, just imagine, we've gone from, like an 8 to a 4 in 30 minutes, and this is just a generic session. So, it's not really focused on you. So this stuff is just unbelievable in how it can just reduce your stress, help you just, right, let's keep going. It can help you change how you see and how you feel things. So, yeah, it's great stuff. It really, really is. So, okay. value supported and useful. So sometimes you just got to look at it from another point of view. You know, like I said, they're asking you because they do value the work that you do. That they know they're going to get a good job done, and they know that you're there to help. And so these things, and feel proud of, like Katerina. You know, you're looking. I don't know what's going on with your mum, but you know, you sound like you're perhaps caring for her, and that's a really, really tough role, a really, really stressful role. So hopefully just learning a couple of tapping techniques will just take the edge off your stress, and just start to help you realise what a great job you do, and how much love you have for your mum, and how much you give. You know, and how much I'm sure that's appreciated. People don't always tell you, and that's the culture that we live in. But yeah, that's if you miss out on the beginning, this should still work. You still should be feeling better. What I want you to do is think, Katerina, where you're at now. A 0 is no stress. A 10 is completely stressed beyond absolute belief. Write down where you are in that. So a 0 to a 10. And then you'll be able to better see that things are changing. And that makes you just feel better as well. Okay, so we might just start to turn it round to feeling, going into a little bit of the positive, and see where we end up. Okay. I don't feel valued, and I don't feel important. And people just throw more work on me. Just piles up. Just gets heavier and heavier, and so much to do. Oh, Katerina, you're on a 6, so that's good. Well, it's not good, but yeah. I don't feel valued, and I don't feel important. And people take me for granted. People take me for granted and just keep giving me more work, because I'm not good at saying no. I'm not good at putting my needs first. So I don't always value my own contribution. I don't value my own contribution. I sometimes feel unimportant and useless and unvalued. But I want to feel more important. I want to feel more important. I think I am. I think I am more important. More important than I acknowledge. And I want to value myself more and my contribution more. I want to be more positive about it. I want to be able to say no. So I want to be a bit stronger. I want to be a bit stronger and start to value myself. I don't want to be a doormat and people take me for granted. I don't mind helping, but I want people to not assume that I'll do it, and be glad when I do things. I want to feel valued and capable. I want to feel valued. I want to feel capable. I want to feel important. I want to feel valued. I want to feel capable. I want to feel important. By just being here tonight, I am putting value on myself. I'm putting value on my time. And I'm taking this time for me. Taking this time to realise that I'm not useless. That I have skills. And sometimes that's why people ask me to do stuff. Because they know I can. And they know I'm capable. I just have to realise I am too. I am important, and I'm going to start to value myself. I'm going to be a bit stronger. I'm going to say no. I'm going to start saying no. Or even if I say yes, yes to slightly less. Or stipulate some times. I'm going to value myself. I'm going to be capable. I'm going to see myself as capable. I'm starting to value myself. Starting to feel stronger. Starting to feel valued. Starting to feel valued. Okay, a couple of deep breaths. How are you feeling now? Some of that may have increased because you've started to feel whatever it was that I was bringing up. Perhaps if you can't say no, and saying no is really hard, and sometimes we can all say no, but it is really, really difficult sometimes. So perhaps put some stipulations on why you're saying yes or how you're saying yes. So if someone says to you, can you do this? Can you wash the dog? What you can say is, yes, I wash the dog, but I can't do it till Friday. So that you know that they're not expecting you to drop everything and do it now. You're acknowledging that you're up, strong and capable. There's always going to be something that popped up. Probably I say them because that's popped up for me. But as I was saying, so, you can still say yes to stuff, because saying no is a really longer process. You're not just going to finish this tapping session and go, right, I'm going to say no to everything. But just maybe start to be a bit more aware of when you say yes and why you say yes. And then I'm saying yes, but let's put a time frame on it. Let's put a yes, but I can't do it this week. Or yes, but I can't do all of it. Can you do this part of it? That might be a work thing. It's almost better to just be upfront, I guess. That's what I try to do, she says self-righteously, not really managing it all the time. Sometimes just give yourself some space. And the other thing you can do is not say yes straight away. You go, can I think on it? Can I think about it? It's totally fine to say, can I think about it? You do not have to give a yes or a no straight then. Let me have a think about what else I've got to do. Let me have a think if I can do this in the time that you need it. Give yourself a chance to think and not be in that, oh yes, I've got to do it. They've asked me to. Yes, I'll do that. Give yourself a bit of breathing room so that you can logically think it through. You might want to have a quick tap on it. Does that make sense? Probably, Amy, if his work is overwhelming, that's probably a strategy you might, depending on where you work and how work is, a strategy you may be able to use. I'll have a think about it and get back to you tomorrow. And again, there's school things, can you help with whatever? Let me have a think about it. I'll get back to you tomorrow. Easy one. And it sounds so simple, and often you don't think of it yourself, particularly in the moment. But, maybe that's something. Put a little catchphrase on your desk that, it might just have, I'll think about it. Just sit it somewhere where you can see it, so it kind of reinforces the things we're talking about. All right, we will just get through a little bit more. And hopefully you're all coming down. You're, you're just feeling a bit better about feeling overwhelmed. We probably haven't got anything off your to-do list at all, but hopefully it's, and also, the other thing is, if it's on your list and you can't get to it, you're stressing yourself out, just say, I'm really sorry, I'm really busy. I know I said I could, but I can't. Some other stuff's come up. Don't feel bad about saying that. You're being honest, you're being upfront, you're valuing your time, pardon me, and your energy. So, so self-care. Just allowing yourself to, it's not written in stone that you are going to do everything on your list. Just be kind to yourself. Go back and say, I'm really sorry, I can't do this in the time frame. I need help, or someone else might need to do this, or whatever it is. So catchphrases, let me have a think about it. I'll get back to you tomorrow. And I'm not sure I can get through all this. Is there any way someone else can give me a hand, or can you help me, or, those sort of things. Don't feel afraid to ask for help. Don't forget, those people have asked you for help. So, it's a give and take thing here. So, I think self-care for everyone. Self-care is such an important thing. We'll tap again in a minute, because I just like to rabbit on for a bit. Before I did the tapping and life coaching, and there's a lot of self-coaching in that. And I'm still not, I'm very good at distracting myself with other people's problems and not looking at myself. But I didn't know that before. So, it's all a work in progress. We all start to see where we can improve, and just being more positive. I'm so much more positive. Something happened the other day, and I'm just trying to remember what it was. But I actually, for the first time, said to myself, oh, I'm so glad that happened. That's now allowed me to do something else. Whereas before I'd have been like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to me. That's so unfair. Whereas I kind of looked at it a different way, which is really unlike me. So this stuff works, but it does take time. None of this is a quick fix. It's all just working your way through it. Okay, here we go. We'll start to tap again. I'm starting to feel valued and understanding I am capable. I'm a capable woman. Other people know that, and that's why they ask me to help, because I am capable and I am strong. But at the same time, it's okay to say no. It's okay to take time to think. I don't have to commit straight away. I don't have to jump in and volunteer. I don't have to do that. Even though I'm capable, I need some self-care. I need to acknowledge me. I need to acknowledge me. I wouldn't expect other people to take on as much as I do. So why do I do it to myself? So it's time to remember that I am capable. I am a strong person. I'm a good person. That I can say no, or at least say I'll think about it. I can say I'll think about it. I can say I'll think about it. I can say I'll think about it. I'm a good person. I'm a strong person. I am capable. I am amazing. I'm unique. I can say no. I can say I'll think about it. I can say yes. I can do what I like, because I'm capable and I'm strong and I'm good at what I do. I'm good at helping. I'm great. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm unique. I'm strong. I'm capable. I'm useful. I'm caring. I'm caring. I'm capable. I'm a good person. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I am amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I am amazing. I am amazing. I am amazing. Okay. Check in. See where you're at. Hopefully you're all feeling a little bit more positive about feeling overwhelmed. Some of this stuff, feel free to watch this several times. Different stuff will crop up. We're all a bit like an onion. We peel off layers at a time. So, as you peel off the first layer, the second layer becomes apparent. But slowly we get to the point where, we're always feeling good. Yeah, you are amazing, Amy. There you go. So that's the sort of thing to follow. If you really want a quick calm me down, when things are getting, a bit much in the moment, and, you can tap on whichever part you like, depending on where you are. I really like this one. So you're down to a 3. Yeah, ideally, by the end. So just keep tapping as we're talking. That's the other thing. While I'm talking to you, just keep tapping on the one spot. So you find a spot you like and just tap away, or swap sides, So that's going to help as well. So what you need to remember is, what did we say? I will think about this. Let me have a think about it and I'll get back to you. As a strategy to not say yes or no straight away and not feel pressured into whatever it is that someone's asking you to do. Feel free to say, I've got a lot on my plate. Can I have a think about it? It's not unreasonable, and I don't think that people would think it was unreasonable. I wouldn't think it was unreasonable if someone said that to me. So that's a strategy for you. As I was saying, if stuff's really coming up and you get really overwhelmed really fast, just sit and tap like we're doing now, thinking about it, tapping away. A thing to say often, depending on the situation, is I am safe, I am okay. I am safe, I am okay. I am safe, I am okay. Just I am safe, I am centered, I am safe. I like I am safe. It's just when that sort of panic sets in of just, like fight or flight stuff. This is going to just bring you back down to allow you to think, to allow your brain to just not go into that thing. So you find your point that you really like. Change if you want. Like I said, I really like this one. It's a bit weird when you're driving in the car and you're doing this. So in the car, or if I'm sitting at work, this one's one I use. I got the yards. Reducing that stress. So so find the one you like. I quite like the top of my head too, but I'll probably sit like this and do it. Feel free to. Each one is an end point of a meridian, so it means slightly different things emotionally if that's the way you want to think about it. I do think about it like that, but I don't. I tend to view it as a whole body thing, because each meridian, it's like by the time we've done everything, it's the whole body anyway. So I hope that helps you all. I guess, homework, if such a thing exists, is to just keep working on this. Remembering that people ask you to do things because they know that you'll say yes. So they, I guess, you might want to think of it as they know you'll get it done. So, which is a great feeling, but don't take everything on, because you still need to feel like you've got time for you. So, yep. So this week your mantra is, can I have a think about it? Let me get back to you. Now I've forgotten the other one. Oh gosh, totally forgotten. Anyway, so that's my mantra this week. I take on a lot of stuff. I automatically will almost say yes. So I am consequently very busy most of the time. So this is really good for me today too. So, you are capable. You're all capable. You're all strong. You're all really important. You're not useless. You're not unorganised. You just got a lot going on. So I want you to just go through this, and tap on the negative. So I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed. Do that 3 or 4 times. Then start to go into the, but I'm realising I'm overwhelmed. I'm acknowledging it. 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 And then I am capable. I am capable. I am capable. I can say no. It's my choice. It's my choice. That sort of, go from the negative to the positive. So you're turning it round. So hopefully all of you, that's getting close to an hour. Gosh, where's that time gone? Yeah. Thanks. Anyone wants a topic? I know I've done this one before. I just really like this one because we all in our society always feel really overwhelmed. So this is a favourite of mine. So I do keep rehashing. I'll see you all next week. Love to you all. Thank you for staying around. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate all your feedback. Love you guys. Mwah. Night.